Welcome to the Agility in Real Life podcast, Take 5 in Real Life. Now your hosts, Mike Studeman, Jeff Lee, and Pat Campbell.
Hello and welcome back to Take 5 IRL, Take 5 in Real Life. I'm Mike Studeman, one of the partners at Agility IRL.
And I'm Pat Campbell, one of the partners as well. Good to see you, Mike.
Good
And
to see you as well, Pat. Good to see you as well. We've partnered on a number of episodes recently. Always good to chat with you. So Pat, today's episode is on flow metrics. As we've already established in our prep, this is probably the first of many episodes on the topic. Because I think it's a big one. I think it's a good one. Why don't you start out with a couple of the common fallacies we see when we're working with teams in the real world that lead to the topic of flow metrics?
it's a good place to start, Mike. And I am looking forward to this next couple of podcasts for that reason. Obviously, one of the fallacies that we're always struggling with is the sooner we start something, the sooner we get it done. We get asked to do a lot of things, and so we're often starting many things. And that kind of leads into the second fallacy, which is the more we work on, the more we can get done sometimes sooner. And I don't know about you, but this one has always bitten me in the behind.
Yeah, I think it bites every one of us on a personal level, right? We all have our to-do lists. We all wake up every morning, hey, I'm going to get my to-do list done. We start on the top item. Well, it gets blocked in some way. Well, I'll start on the second item while I'm waiting to unblock that first one. You start on the second item, you get blocked on that one, move on to the third item, and pretty soon you've had a really, really busy day, but you've got nothing
Yeah.
done.
And the corollary to that is one person asks you to do something, then another, and you want to please them all. So you figure, well, if I start on them all, I'll get it all done more quickly and please them all at the same time because we want to please people.
Right.
And yet that gets me in trouble every time.
Well, and I mean, think about it not only at a personal level or at a team level, but think about it at an organizational level. I mean, you're
Hmm.
not talking about a single to-do list or a single product backlog. You're talking about portfolios of multiple products, all trying to be worked on at the same time using a limited number of dollars and a limited number of people, which, is one of the great challenges of the product development space. So,
Yep.
so how would you define flow then? I mean, and I can give you my definition, but I'll make you answer the tough question first. So we're talking about flow metrics. What's flow?
Well, it kind of goes to the work we're trying to do, right? And of course, at some point, we're going to always talk about Little's Law, which applies to this, but it's how do we move potential value or results through a given process, a given system. I mean, individually, we're our own system of work, but we have teams and then teams of teams. And so, I look at flow as how do we move value through that? And that kind of aligns with the lean definition, which I like to go to.
Yeah,
How
yeah,
about you?
yeah. So I don't think my definition is a market improvement on that one at all. To me, it's when a system is producing value at a regular rate in a sustainable way. And obviously, if we were lawyers, we could debate what sustainable means. We're not, thankfully. No offense to any lawyers that might be listening, but what I mean by sustainable is that work isn't getting hung up, work isn't being various pieces in that system aren't being starved at any point in time, unless that starvation is necessary for sustainable delivery.
Yep.
So that's flow to me. I mean, and I think this is an important topic because this gets us close to the holy grail that our clients are constantly looking for when it comes to product development. That holy grail, of course, is as we both lived, is predictability. Being
Mm,
able to say, here's when a piece of work is going to get done. I say that's the holy grail because as we talk to clients and you live it as much as I do, how many times do we hear from leaders? I just want to know when something's going to be delivered. I just want to know when this feature is going to be done. Now there are some leaders that shall remain nameless that want more than that, but I think most leaders just want to be able to set expectations. So is predictability the main draw for flow metrics in your experience?
If it's not, then I'm in the wrong business. The
Well, I hope you think you're in the right one, but we can talk about that offline.
It's safe to say that that is the main question that's always asked of any individual or any team or any team of teams is when you can you get that to me and how do you predict that? So that P word is the one that's always hanging over us. How do we predict, especially with a cone of uncertainty, right? And so the primary thing we have to work with is the data in the system. And how do we use that data then to optimize the delivery in to a sustainable pace that you mentioned, and B, then be able to predict that delivery, based on an optimized flow of value. And so ultimately, that predictability comes down to our ability to actively manage that flow. And that was one of the reasons Scrum was developed is how do we tighten our time frame so that we can better manage that flow of value, right? And
Absolutely.
use those time boxes to instead of years, months or years, um, to try to manage that flow of value.
So we're gonna, as I said as we started this episode, we're gonna need more episodes. I've even added some, Pat, as you've been talking here. We're gonna need one on Little's Law. We're gonna have to talk about
Mhm.
uncertainty. But let's just give our audience, as we near the end of our time for this episode, let's give them a few examples of some flow metrics. I think you alluded to one earlier, my personal favorite, work in progress or limiting WIP. Um,
Mhm.
since I threw one in the ring, do you have one you want to throw in?
Yeah, cycle time. How long does a work item spend as work in process between the point it started and the point it's considered done? That cycle time is I think one that's pretty critical here.
Yeah, cycle time, it's cousin, sibling lead time. How
Mhm.
long between, and there's various definitions of this, but how long between a customer requesting something and that request actually being fulfilled back into their hands. Throughput, how much is the system putting out on a regular basis? Uh,
Yep.
so, I would ask our audience, stay tuned. We're going to be going through these flow metrics in future sessions in this series, because as you said, they're really key to that predictability that we're all seeking.
Yeah, that holy grail. And these are the tools. So looking forward to digging into these tools with you, Mike, and for our audience.
Yeah, I am as well. Join us for future episodes in this series and give us a shout out if we can be of any assistance as you explore flow metrics in your organization. Thanks for today's episode, Pat.
Likewise, Mike, and we'll see you next time.
See you, everybody.
Thank you for joining us on this episode of the Take 5 IRL podcast. If you like it, please go ahead and share it with someone, as well as like and subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. We are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and YouTube. Also, leave us a comment or a suggestion for a future episode. Again, thanks for listening, and we look forward to you joining us next time on the Take 5 IRL podcast.